would you still find a reason to keep going? This is the kind of question that sits at the heart of man's search for meaning by Viktor E. Frankl. It's not just a story about suffering. It's a deep look into why some people lose hope, while others find a reason to survive even in the darkest moments. Frankl went through Nazi concentration camps. He lost almost everything, but what he discovered there changed how we understand life itself. He realized that people can endure almost any situation if they have a reason to keep going. One of the first things he noticed was something most of us don't expect. The people who survived were not always the strongest physically. They weren't always the healthiest either. The difference was often something invisible, their sense of meaning. Think about it this way. Pain is something all of us experience at some point. But pain without purpose feels unbearable. The moment you attach meaning to that pain, something changes. It doesn't disappear, but it becomes something you can carry. You can see this in everyday life. Imagine someone working long hours, struggling, financially feeling tired all the time. From the outside, it looks exhausting. But if they're doing it for their family, for their children's future, that struggle starts to feel different. It becomes meaningful, and that meaning gives them strength. So instead of asking why something difficult is happening, there's a more useful question. What can this moment mean for me? What can I take from it? That shift alone can change how you experience life. Another powerful realization Frankl had was about control. In a place where everything was taken from him, he discovered that one thing still remained untouched: his ability to choose how he responded. Even when surrounded by suffering, he saw that some people became bitter while others remained kind. Some gave up completely while others held on to hope. The situation was the same. The difference was their response. This is something we often forget in our daily lives. We think our emotions come from what happens to us. But in reality, a big part of it comes from how we interpret what happens. Picture this. Two people lose their jobs on the same day. One sees it as the end. They feel stuck, helpless, and defeated. The other sees it as a turning point. They start thinking about new opportunities, new skills, maybe even a better path. The situation is identical, but the direction of their lives becomes completely different. This shows something important. You may not always control your circumstances, but you always have some control over your attitude. And that small space of choice is more powerful than it seems. Frankl also explains that meaning in life doesn't come from one single place. It actually comes from three simple sources. First, from what you create or contribute. Second, from the people you love and connect with. And third, from how you handle difficult situations. If you think about your own life, you'll probably see these three areas clearly. Maybe you feel proud when you complete a project or learn something new. That's meaning through creation. Maybe you feel fulfilled when you spend time with people who matter to you. That's meaning through love. And maybe there were times when you went through something hard but came out stronger. That's meaning through suffering. The important thing here is that meaning doesn't require a perfect life. You don't need everything to be going right. Even in difficult moments, meaning is still available. You just have to look for it in the right places. Now here's something that connects deeply with modern life. Frankl talks about a kind of emptiness that many people feel, not because their life is hard, but because it lacks direction. He calls it a feeling of inner emptiness. Today, this is more common than ever. People have access to entertainment, comfort, and convenience. Yet many still feel restless. They scroll through their phones, watch videos, pass time. But at the end of the day, something feels missing. The feeling usually comes from a lack of purpose. When your life isn't connected to something meaningful, even easy days can feel heavy. You're not tired because you did too much. You're tired because nothing feels important. Think about a day where you did something that truly mattered to you. Maybe you helped someone, made progress on a goal, or spent quality time with someone you care about. At the end of that day, you feel a different kind of satisfaction. It's not just happiness. It's deeper than that. That's what meaning feels like. Another idea that stands out in this book is the importance of having a why. When you have a strong reason to live, it changes how you face challenges. The struggle doesn't disappear, but your ability to handle it increases. You can see this in many situations. Athletes push their limits because they have a goal. Students stay up late studying because they want a better future. People go through recovery and pain because they want to live for their loved ones. The why becomes the driving force behind everything. If you don't have that, even small problems can feel overwhelming. But if your reason is strong enough, even big problems become manageable. Now here's something most people misunderstand. We often think happiness should be our main goal. We chase comfort, pleasure, and easy moments. But Frankl suggests something different. He shows that happiness is not something you can directly chase. In fact, the more you try to force it, the more it slips away. Happiness is more like a result. It comes naturally when your life has meaning. People who focus only on feeling good often end up feeling empty. But people who focus on something meaningful often feel fulfilled, even if life is not easy. This flips a common belief. Instead of asking how to be happy, a better question might be how to make life meaningful. Because when meaning is present, happiness often follows on its own. Now let's move to one of the most powerful ideas in this entire book. It's a simple shift in thinking, but it changes everything. Most people go through life asking, what can I get from this? What should life give me? What do I deserve? But Frankl suggests a completely different approach. He says the real question is not what you expect from life, but what life expects from you. This idea puts responsibility back in your hands. Instead of waiting for the perfect situation, you start thinking about how you can respond to the situation you're already in. Imagine you're facing a difficult moment. Instead of feeling stuck, you ask yourself, what is the right way to handle this? What kind of person should I be right now? That question alone can guide your actions in a powerful way. It turns challenges into opportunities for growth. It turns pain into something that can shape your character. And most importantly, it gives you a sense of direction, even when things feel uncertain. Now here's something simple you could try today. Take a few minutes and think about one thing in your life that truly matters to you right now. It could be a goal, a relationship, or even a responsibility you care about. Once you have that in mind, ask yourself one simple question. What is one small step I can take today that moves me closer to that? Keep it small, keep it simple, but make sure you actually do it. Because meaning is not something you suddenly discover one day. It's something you build through your actions. At the end of all, life may not always give you what you want. It may not always be fair or easy, but it will always give you a chance to choose how you respond. And in that choice, you define your life.